to the final part of our Craft and Chat Caribbean American Heritage Program. I'm Jana Virrell, and I am a tween representative at the Suwannee branch of Gwinnett County Public Library. In this video, we're going to learn how to make a steel drum in the programming tool Scratch. Some of you might be wondering, what's a steel drum? A steel drum is an instrument that is a hammered oil barrel that kind of looks like the shiny side of a turtle's back. It's tuned to produce musical tones. Steel drums are also known as steel pans, and though they have drum in their title, steel drums are shaped like drums, but they are percussion instruments known as idiophones. Idiophones make a sound that has a tone to them, unlike drums that just make a sound. Steel drums were developed on the island of Trinidad during the early 20th century. Steel drums are often used and heard in a genre of music called calypso music, though you might hear them in other kinds of music as well. I couldn't bring one in to show you today because they're pretty heavy, so instead we'll use technology to hear this instrument.
Okay, so let's start by showing you what the steel drum sounds like in the programming tool Scratch. So I'm going to go ahead and play my setup that's right here and right here for you so you can hear what it sounds like. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to make a steel drum from scratch in Scratch. In order to start using Scratch, you'll need internet access, and you want to go to scratch.mit.edu. From here, you can create your own project in order to make your own instruments. You'll notice when you come to a new project, you have a few elements that you can use. Tutorials will walk you through how to use Scratch in general, and you'll notice that we have a mascot here, Sprite. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put Sprite in the tutorials away just so I can show you how to make instruments in Scratch. Okay, another thing you'll need is the extension for music. If you click on this blue flag down at the bottom, you can click on the music extension. And that gives you all the coding that you need in order to be able to make instruments in Scratch. In order to make a steel drum, you actually want to select Set Instrument. Now, each one of these elements that you see over on the left-hand side are called blocks. These blocks are put together in order to make a code that allows your computer to do something specific. So, I'm going to go ahead and set my instrument to the steel drum. Now you'll notice that there's also a play drum block. The reason I selected the instrument block instead of the play drum block is, again, the steel drum counts as an instrument because it is a percussion instrument known as an idiophone. So it makes a sound and a tone instead of just making a sound like a normal drum does. So once I have my steel drum set, I can go ahead and play certain notes if I'd like. I'm going to go ahead and put 3 different notes up here just so you can hear what it sounds like. And next to that play note, you'll notice that you can change the notes that you'd like to hear play. You can also change how long each one of your notes play for. I'm going to change this to 3 different numbers just so you can hear what it sounds like. Now, in order to play my steel drum notes, I can just click on the top of the block like this. Now, if I wanted a way to be able to control when my music plays without having to click on the block, I can use an event over here. An event allows you to be able to do something on your screen or click on something in order for your music to start playing. So my steel drum actually had when green flag clicked in order for me to be able to click on this green flag for the music to play. Now we'll go back to the music coding here. And you'll see that there's other elements that you can use. For example, the rest 4 block allows you to put rests in the middle of your music. You can also use set tempo blocks or change tempo blocks in order to change how fast or how slow your music goes as it plays. And that's the basics of how you make a steel drum in Scratch.
Well, there you have it. We just played music on a steel drum using programming. Scratch is a great tool not only to learn programming skills, but also to make music with instruments like we did today. Steel drums, or steel pans, are an extremely important instrument to the Caribbean because it was an instrument that was made there. Not only will you hear steel drums in island-produced music like calypso, but you'll also hear them played during Caribbean carnival festivals. There are many other instruments that you'll hear in Caribbean music, like congos, bongo drums, and maracas. The steel drum is one very special instrument to the islands and their culture. Try out some steel drum music on your own through Scratch. It's free to sign up for an account and a lot of fun. Thanks again for joining us for our Craft and Chat Caribbean American Heritage Program. We hope you had fun and learned something new. See you later.